All right, welcome back to Retire Ready Texas, episode 3. I'm James.
And I'm Cherish. Last time we talked about what it really means to leave more than money, and today we want to take that conversation one step further.
For more than 2 decades, we sat across the table from thousands of Texas families, and one thing has become very clear. Most people don't make one huge mistake. They make a bunch of small decisions that weren't correct. And that leads to bigger problems.
And before we get started, we wanted to say something important. Every family is different.
Yep.
This episode isn't personal financial, tax, legal, or insurance advice, okay? It's based on common situations that we've seen over the years. And our hope is that it encourages you to ask good questions and make informed decisions for your own family. And this podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only.
Is that our disclaimer?
That is our disclaimer.
Retirement doesn't start at 65. It doesn't. Proper planning starts in your early 60s and even before, when you're young enough to afford it. I'll worry about retirement when I get closer. I hear that all the time. The truth is, retirement planning doesn't begin the day you stop working. It actually begins in your 20s when you start preparing.
Preparation isn't just about saving money. It's about asking yourself, what kind of life do I want? Where do I want to live that life? And how much do I want to spend?
And I heard somebody wise say, what do you want and how do you get it?
What kind of legacy do I want to leave would be another question, right?
How do I want to serve? Because it's not just about money.
Those questions are just as important as what's in your retirement account.
What do I want my daughter to remember about me? Those are questions that are way more important than a retirement account.
So mistake number 1, I would say, is waiting. If there was one word that describes the biggest mistakes we see, it is definitely in the waiting. They are waiting to save. They're waiting to review a plan, waiting to create a will, waiting to talk to your children, waiting to buy life insurance. The best time to buy life insurance is today.
Yesterday.
Waiting to discuss that long-term care, and then waiting to organize important documents.
Life has a way of reminding us that tomorrow isn't guaranteed. I remember a story that when we first started this career, I got a call from a young family in their 20s, and I sent a new agent out to talk to them, and they had already raised their hands like, we need life insurance. They had recognized that with 2 young kids and a stay-at-home mom, that having life insurance on their husband as the sole breadwinner is really an important thing. Their company didn't offer life insurance, and so I sent our new agent out there, and we had already gone over the plan of which one we were going to do and how much. I'll never forget, I got a call from this agent in hysterics the next day, and I was like, what is going on? She is sniffling and snorting and crying. She's like, I did a horrible thing. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? She said, you sent me out yesterday, and I went over the life insurance policy, and the wife went and excused herself and went and cooked dinner, and I got kind of nervous, and I didn't complete the order. I didn't sign them up. And after they said they wanted it, I wasn't sure I knew how. And she called me this morning and said, hey, that life insurance that I bought yesterday, how do we take advantage of that? She said, what do you mean? She's like, my husband on the way to work today got in the suicide lane. And for those you don't live in Texas, it's the middle lane with 2 yellow lines, sometimes double, that both the left and right lane can turn into on a 4-lane highway. And what had happened is he'd pulled in to get in some gas, and a concrete truck ran head first right into him and destroyed the truck and destroyed him. And here a young 20-year-old mother, stay-at-home mother with 2 kids, is now faced with where am I going to live next? And how am I going to provide for my children? And I'm no longer the stay-at-home mom. And so
We've lived through seasons where everything changed almost overnight. I think COVID reminded us of that. I think watching our parents' health change reminded us of that. And those experiences, they change how you think, and they change how you think about preparation.
it's like we don't know if it's the last time we're going to get a chance to talk to those people and get them protected. And that's a huge burden to bear if things don't turn out right the next day.
Now, the people that we meet with on a daily basis ask, how much do I need to retire? And that's an important question, but here's another one. What are you retiring to? We've seen people retire with plenty of money and absolutely no purpose.
Okay, we're just going to sit on the porch with millions of dollars in the bank and we're not doing anything with it, and we don't have anybody to really leave it to because we've burned relationships.
We've met people with modest means who were incredibly fulfilled because they had relationships, they had hobbies, they had faith, they had volunteer work, and family.
Yeah, retirement really shouldn't feel like the end of something. It should feel like the beginning of a new season, something to look forward to.
But here's what I see more than anything in this business is that families will avoid entire conversations, mine included, if they're listening.
It's people don't like talking about it.
No, because it can be uncomfortable, right? No one wakes up excited to talk about wills or estate plans or medical decisions or power of attorneys. It's all the boring stuff that has to get done. But talk about the things. If something happens unexpectedly, talk about it.
And talking about life insurance, like, I'm going to be gone. Now life insurance has living benefits.
But avoiding the conversations, it doesn't make the need for the conversation go away. It usually makes things harder for the people that you love just because you're not having those conversations. The greatest gift that you can give to your family is clarity. Trust me.
Not because you're expecting something bad to happen. It's because you care enough to prepare.
Oh, that should be a shirt. Care enough to prepare.
Really, organization is an act of love. And I saw something recently where there's a folder that you can buy and it puts all your important documents and all your favorite photographs in one place. And I kind of like that idea.
I think it was Trinity's dance teacher. She bought a book and it said an explicit word and it says, "I'm dead. Now it's your turn."
But does your spouse know where all your important documents are? I just
Who
saw
would
that.
your children call?
Yeah.
Would they know your wishes?
Oh, wow. I just thought about that for us. Done some great financial planning, but
Those aren't easy questions.
Trinity know who to call.
It's where would you want to be? Like, would you go with your family in Central Texas? Would you go, I don't know.
Yeah, organization and about paperwork. It is communication, though. Letting everybody know what the plan is. And I think this podcast has kind of reminded me of that. That's one of the things we need to do when we get to Florida this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, they're going to love this visit.
Let's make today's episode
Practical.
really practical. Hey, we're just sharing our real lives with you, and I hope you do the same.
All right. So number one, and this is my family to your family. Review your beneficiary designations. Review life changes. Marriage, divorce, children, grandchildren. If you put a name on a document and you've lived 10 years, those probably need to be changed.
You want to make your current wife really upset? Leave your ex-wife as the beneficiary.
Yes, they should reflect your current wishes.
Number 2, create one place for your important documents.
Yes.
Insurance policies, account information, estate documents, medical documents, your favorite watches, your gold. And here's another clue. You got to leave somebody. You got to trust somebody with the combination. Let them know where it is.
Let them know. So how about schedule a retirement planning review? And invite your family, right? Everything doesn't have to be so secretive. Even if you've had a plan for years, it's worth reviewing and then letting that next generation know, this is what you got. This is what you do. This is your guy. This is your person, whoever it is.
People use us as the intermediary. If they're not here, call James and Cherish. They know they have all the documents.
Number 4, one meaningful family conversation, not about money,
Yep.
about your wishes, about your values, about your hopes for the future. The fact that you can even have this conversation means that we're preparing for a future.
Is there a number 5? Yeah. There is a number 5. Record a family story, and this is where you've got homework.
Ask them a question, your parents or your grandparents, that someone's never asked them before, and record that. It could become the most treasured keepsake for many generations.
Yep. I can think of a few from my grandfather that he told me, and it's one of the things that I just need to write that down and talk it out because it'll be lost and Trini won't be able to hear it. So one thing we've learned from this is preparation doesn't eliminate every challenge, but it can eliminate a lot of unnecessary confusion.
When families have a plan, they spend less time guessing and more time really supporting each other. And that's what good planning does.
Yeah, you don't want to get, if something happens and someone passes away, you don't want to get to the funeral and then everybody's rushing to the homestead to see who can back up the U-Haul to the house the first. That's not what you want. You want it to be about having a cookout and thinking about all the amazing memories that y'all share together.
So I want to propose, let's do a legacy challenge this week.
I like it. I like where you're going with this.
So sit down, whether it's your spouse or your children or another loved one, and ask one simple question. If something happened to me, would you know where to find everything you need? And do you know everything to do? Yep. Don't rush that conversation.
Yep. Listen, write things down, and take the first step. We hope today's conversation reminds you that retirement planning isn't just about the numbers. It's about people. It's about a peace of mind. It's about protecting the life you worked so hard to build. And I thought about, what is the game that we're playing with Trinity now around the dinner table all the time?
Game. Oh, the imposter. The kids love that.
I've got to record imposter. It's like where one person is an imposter. You all get the same clue, and there's a word. Maybe it's a restaurant, and it's taco is the word. And everybody gives another word to throw everybody off, and you have to decide who the imposter is. I have got to record that. The laughs that we've had playing imposter.
Because I am absolutely terrible.
She's terrible. Everybody always points at Cherish.
Whether I'm the imposter or not, they all point at me.
She's the default imposter.
Anyways, but back to the storyline. Preparation isn't something you do because you're afraid. It's something you do because you love the people who matter most.
Again, I want to thank everybody that wrote in last week and shared the stories. We got quite a few phone calls out of it and some really nice text messages. That makes our hearts feel warm. And please keep sharing those moments with your family.
And if this episode encouraged you, share it with a friend or a family member. If you have a question or a topic that you'd like us to discuss in the future, we are open to it. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if you haven't started this and you want a guide and you want somebody to help you navigate, we'd love to help.
Until next time, keep preparing.
Keep learning.
Building that legacy, right? And most of all.
And always leave more than money. We thank you for joining again for episode 3. We should have episode 4 here in 3 or 4 days. And can't wait to share. It's a good one.
Have a good week.